It's time for the NCW Life Channel's Spotlight on Business. A look inside area businesses to find out more of the story that went into being successful in North Central Washington.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chamber Calls, the March edition. We are standing here at the bridge in Lake Chelan, the new one-way bridge, which it looks to us that people haven't quite figured that out yet. Since we've been standing here, several people have gone the wrong way on this bridge. It is one-way, folks. We want to remind you right off the top, the bridge comes in, you have to leave at the other end of town. Despite that, it has been a fantastic winter up in Chelan. The weather's been great, lots of events. Winterfest was one of the greatest winter programs they've ever put on up here, and things just get better all the time in Lake Chelan. We really encourage you to take the time to drive up and spend some time in this beautiful community. You can see behind me what incredible scenery we have. The lake is down, but will be coming up soon, and spring is here. It's changing quickly, and will be lots of events. We're going to talk to the Chamber of Commerce in just a few minutes about all the things that are going on. But once again, it's a great time to come to Chelan because rates are down. The tourists aren't here yet. It's very relaxed. It's very comfortable. You get the best of all worlds in March and April in Chelan. So we're going to move on to the Chamber of Commerce here. We'll be heading down to Wenatchee next to see what's going on in the valley. This is Chamber Calls. This is Cary Condotta for NCW Life. Well, here we are at the fabulous Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce. We are back after a long winter, a very successful winter here in Chelan, and we are moving into March. There's going to be a lot of things happening in the spring here, but we want to talk a little bit about what happened over the winter. Phil, tell us a little bit about Winterfest. It sounds like it went really well this year.
Great Winterfest this year, Cary. We had lots and lots of people in town. Unfortunately, Friday night of the first weekend, we got some rain, but you know what? That drove the people into the stores. I think if you go up and down Main Street, you're going to find out that every one of those store owners are going to say that they had the most fabulous Winterfest Friday night ever.
You know, I do work with a lot of folks up here, and they told me exactly that. They were just thrilled with it, and you've got some actual numbers on what happened. It sounds like it really went well.
It did. It went really well. You know, our partners with Bold Hat, they were absolutely wonderful this year, and every one of our categories were up as far as sales goes. So, you know, short of going through all the numbers, you know, to kind of sum up Winterfest in Chelan and Manson, our sales were up, our ticket sales were up, our special events within the event, Bubble Bar, Bloody Mary, the Brewers and Distiller Nights, all those special events, those ticket numbers were up hugely. And that just was great success in marketing from our partner over at Bold Hat.
That is terrific. And actually, I was up for the Manson version the next weekend, and it went very well, too. And I think the Manson merchants were thrilled to have that kind of business in the winter.
Oh, it was absolutely, you know, it was magical out in Manson as well. You know, they had it lit up very nice. And, you know, anytime you light off that ice tower in the middle of Main Street, that always is nice. So we had great music out there, a couple of great nights, and a Sunday capped off with a great Bloody Mary competition. So, yeah, a couple of just very successful weekends.
Well, the weather's been very cooperative. The passes have been good up until recently. We had some challenges with the wine and chocolate. I know the first weekend was a little tough because the passes were closed.
That's exactly right. We finally got our winter, unfortunately, during red wine and chocolate. So, you know, I've been watching some posts around town, and there's actually still some chocolate around that for folks that are still wanting to try red wine and chocolate. So, yeah, unfortunately, the passes weren't conducive that first weekend. Second weekend they were, and we had quite a good showing in town.
But overall, a really good winter in Chelan, and now we want to talk about spring because, believe it or not, there's still a lot of snow on the ground, but we are moving into March, and there is a lot going on. It just amazes me that Chelan seems to add events every year. There is so much happening up here. Let's talk about March.
Well, today is a perfect day to talk about March. I mean, beautiful weather out there, sunny blue skies. So in March, we're going to start off Skydive Chelan season opener kicks off on March 2nd. So, you know, anybody wanting to come out and you know, kick off the season with Skydive Chelan, that'll be a great weekend to do that. They have you know, some special things going on that weekend. So just jump up onto skydiveschelan.com and look at all the happenings they have going on that first weekend that they open.
All right, so we've got an event here called Shamrock Shuffle. I believe that's a Lions Club event. Tell me a little bit about that.
That is a Lions Club event. It's been going on for quite some time. That's going to kick off on March 16th. You can pre-register before March 4th. After March 4th, all the prices for that run will go up. So make sure you get registered for the Shamrock Shuffle 5K Fun Run that the Lions puts on by March 1st, by March 4th. And again, that run takes off on the 16th. Following the run is always going to be the Wayne Kelly Top Dog Parade. That parade has been going on for quite some time. Folks will line up at 11 o'clock behind the Chamber building here to take off on the Wayne Kelly Top Dog Parade. This is a parade where you can dress up your dogs, dress up your kids, bring them down through town, and see who is actually the winner of this year's Top Dog Parade. Judging will go on behind the Chamber office prior to the parade taking off, so get ready for that.
You can bring the dog. I tell you, that's a unique event. I don't think I've ever seen one. I might have to wander up and check that out. That sounds really fun.
Bring your dog up and be in the parade.
All right. And so there's more.
There is more. Main Street Gallery that afternoon has a fashion show out at Chelan Cellars. It begins at 12:30, so you'll want to take that in. There's always a great luncheon with that fashion show out at Chelan Cellars and the Main Street Gallery. So find time for that. And then this year, for the first time ever, Cary, we're going to culminate the evening with fireworks. So we'll have St. Patrick's Day fireworks. We'll kick those off around 8 o'clock on the 16th as well. And we're going to be looking for a pretty green show for that night.
I'll bet. A lot of green fireworks. So listen, it sounds like that particular weekend, the 16th, is the place. This is the place to be.
This is always the place to be, but there's going to be a lot of things going on the 16th for sure. So yeah, come on up to the valley and enjoy some of the things that are happening.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, it is beautiful up here right now, and we are moving into spring. There is a lot happening, and I encourage everybody to take the drive. Come on up to Chelan and check it out. And hopefully those passes are done doing their thing, and we'll be able to get everybody in.
We've ordered no more snow for the passes. So.
I'm afraid that may not happen, but we'll see. All right. There you have it. That's March from the Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce. We'll be right back. We are back with Chamber Calls. We are here at the fabulous Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce. Now, if you haven't been to the new Chamber of Commerce, it is really spectacular. They've got wine tasting, a lot of products, and a lot of information. Many of you have not been down to the new location, but you should check it out. We are fortunate today to have Chelsea with us to talk about events. We're going to step back a little, do something a little different, because we want to hone in on a specific program that Chelsea's been working with. It's called Careers After School. And tell us a little bit about that program and how the Chamber got involved.
Yeah, so Careers After School is such an amazing, unique opportunity for students here in our valley. It's an opportunity for them to get behind the scenes in local businesses, get some hands-on training and experience on local careers. So it's that whole career-connected learning that we hear a lot about these days.
And that is exactly where we were heading, I know, in Olympia, to try to get more career technical jobs available. Now, you've been at several locations. We're going to talk about one coming up that's pretty exciting. But just recently, you visited a particular TV station.
I know.
NCW Life actually hosted this program. And in just a minute, we're going to take a look at that. But how did that go? Do you feel that was successful?
Oh, it was so great. The students loved that experience. It was so fun. My favorite piece, I think, was just watching the students behind the green screen. Or in front of the green screen.
The green screen was very popular.
Yeah, it was great. They got to see how everything comes together, which was fascinating. Again, things that people on the streets just generally don't know. So it was really neat.
I think the kids had a great time. I was there, and we're going to take just a brief moment here to look at that event and tell you what happened. In January, NCW Life was the location for After School Career Night, a program to introduce students to various career opportunities. Students from Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and as far away as Mansfield showed up for the Career Night program. After a brief introduction from Eric Granstrom, we separated the students into 3 groups. The groups each went to a designated area to hear about various functions and job descriptions. First station was News and Production. Cal Fitzsimmons and Tucker Wagner explained many of the ways we gather and produce the daily news, including using numerous tower cams to zoom in on the events around the area. This is a broadcast that has to be done on time every day. Next up, the green screen and how technology allows us to produce various shows on a highly technical set. We even gave a few of the students a chance to be on camera for a real-life demonstration. This was definitely a big hit. Last stop, yours truly covered advertising, sales, script writing, ad production, and other things that revolve around the sales department here at NCW Life Channel. When each group had been to each presentation, we gathered back in the conference room for questions and answers. The kids had a great time seeing how a TV station operates, and many of them sounded interested in various positions and careers that are included in this business. This is a terrific program, and we thank the Chamber, the schools, and the kids for having us participate. This is Cary Condotta for NCW Life Channel, your local connection to the community. And there you have a look at Careers After School at NCW Life TV. The kids really got to see what goes on behind the scenes, and they really had a good time. And I think some of them might be interested in those particular jobs. Now, we're moving on from there. We are in the March Chamber Calls, so the next event in this series is coming up. Where is that at?
It will be held up at Mission Ridge. We'll be focusing on ski resort operations. So students will get to go, again, behind the scenes and get some hands-on experiences on what it takes to run a ski and board resort. So things like ski patrol and marketing and lift operators, right down to the retail shop.
Now that sounds like a lot of fun. If I were a kid, I'd volunteer for that one for sure. And I know that's going to be another fabulous program. This is a great idea, and I know you're going to continue. Is it about monthly? Is it every month, or just whenever you get these put together?
It's held obviously on the school year,
right.
And we try to typically have 6 to 7 throughout the school year.
Okay.
So it ends up being about once a month, sometimes twice a month, depending.
Terrific. Well, speaking of Mission Ridge, just for a moment, we're just getting out of winter. We're moving into spring. I think they've had a pretty good year up there, especially with this late snow, right?
Oh man, it's been really great. We've heard nothing but amazing things. I want to mention one of the amazing opportunities that we have for our members here at the Chamber through our partnership with Mission Ridge is that we have 2 ski passes for our members to utilize.
Oh, wow.
So members of the Chamber that want to go up to Mission Ridge and check it out, they can give us a call, see if the passes are available, and head on up, check it out.
That is terrific. And then the event, you're going to be up at Mission Ridge, and that's March 7th.
March 7th.
Going to do the careers thing. That should be a lot of fun. And then what else is happening in March? Tell me about it.
Oh boy, it's going to be a great month. We have our annual Chamber banquet, which
that's
is
right.
very exciting. That's being held on March 21st. Doors open at 5:30 for social hour through 6:30, and then we'll kick things off with our program. This is always such an exciting time for us here at the Chamber because we are able to celebrate our community and celebrate our businesses in this community and how each one of them just make us so unique and special. We also get to highlight Business of the Year and Nonprofit of the Year, which is very exciting. So tickets are still available. People can jump on our website, wenatchee.org, to register. Table sponsorships are another great way to get involved.
And you don't have to be a member to come. It's open to the public, right? But you're going to
Correct.
see a lot of business people, a great way to network and see some folks. We're going to be there. We'll have most of our crew there from NCW Life because we want to check it out.
Yep.
That is an exciting event. What else?
So we have another new member coming into town, which is super exciting. It's called Rotten Apple Presents. They're the folks that have been putting on comedy shows up at Lake Chelan at Campbell's, and they are coming to Wenatchee. So they're creating a comedy club at the Grizzly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
exciting. Well, that's something
So-
new. And actually, I wanted to mention there are some other new businesses. We've got a wine tasting room. I think it's Haran coming in right below this facility. And the new 108 Lounge across the street I just checked out is really fabulous. So downtown is kind of coming to life again, isn't it?
It sure is. We're seeing a lot of movement down here. It's really exciting. People are taking these old spaces and transforming them into really, really neat spots.
Well, spring is a particularly great time in Wenatchee, and the growth downtown is exciting, but also the big hotel is just about to open. We've talked about it several times, but the Garden Inn is coming soon. Have you got an opening date on that?
I don't have one,
But it's coming
but it
very
is coming soon.
I think
Yeah.
that's going to make a huge difference. Okay, what else in March before we move on to other things?
Well, let's see. Business After Hours, of course.
Oh, yes.
That's one of our most popular events. Great for networking. Such a fun opportunity just to get together, learn more about a business, and then meet new people. So this month will be held on the 28th at Chelan Douglas County Volunteer Attorney Services, and they were actually one of our nominees for Nonprofit of the Year this year. So it's very exciting to go celebrate them.
All right, well, there's obviously a lot going on in Wenatchee in March. The chamber is looking great. I know you're getting more and more people coming through. Passes will be open. Weather's getting better. No excuse not to come down and have some fun. We'll be back for the April chamber calls to talk more about springtime and summer's coming and just all this exciting stuff and new business too.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, thanks a lot for being with us.
So much. Thanks a
Back,
lot.
folks. Well, that's it for Chamber Calls for March. It is going to be a terrific month, and there is a lot going on. We've heard from Lake Chelan. We've heard from Wenatchee. On the April Chamber Calls, we'll be back at Lake Chelan and back at Wenatchee, but we're also going to add a special new chamber that you'll be excited to hear about a little bit further north. I'm pretty excited to get up there and see what's going on. For Wenatchee, it is looking really great. Behind me, you can see the new hotel we've been talking about. This is the Hilton Garden Inn. It will be open very soon, and I think it's really going to change the whole context of downtown. With this walk bridge right here, all the people can come into downtown. They can go to the Pybus Market. I'm telling you, this place is coming to life. It is really getting exciting. So we'll see you next time on Chamber Calls. This is Cary Condotta, and this is NCW Life, your local connection to our community.